What you waiting for? It's time. Time for love. It's time. Time for the sun and sand. It's time. Time for fun. It's time. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. Come on. Come on. Come on. To have no fear. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time. What you waiting for? It's time. 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 What you waiting for?
And there it is. A very warm welcome to everybody tuned in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Merv Britto episode. My name is Merv Britto, and it is an absolute pleasure to have you along with us. It must be Sunday. Somebody's making a sign to me to put my T-shirt. My T-shirt wrinkled. We do the show every Sunday from Goa. We are passionate about what we do, and we love this place we call home very much. And we do this to make more people aware of what's going on. It is a very laid-back show that we do live every Sunday. And usually we don't have guests. We decide when is an opportune time. And we've waited for a very long time. I just met this gentleman. He's a very kind gentleman. A couple of weeks ago. I met you a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, for the protest.
When we did a demo in Altin for Ramakant Konkad, there was a big demonstration, and we met him, and we've been dying to get him on the show, and he's finally here, and for that I am very grateful and very excited. But first, as I always do, we got to say hello to the team. He's back from the not from the hospital, but he was very sick last week. The one and only Mr. Ajoy Barreto.
TikTok on the clock. Whoa. Hey guys, I'm back.
TikTok on the
Quick
clock.
havoc.
Have you seen the doc? Just don't
and
be,
by the way, Merv, I think your wife was trying to straighten up those the shirt of yours to show off your pecs, man.
Because you can't see my six-pack. I got a six-pack under the shirt.
Really?
You know what I mean?
A bare chest special coming up, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big dog. He is actually controlling the show. He's in charge of everything going on right now so that we can have a laugh. Mr. Wilbert Cardozo.
Hello everyone. Hope you have a good evening and enjoy the show.
We've got Neil Rodrigues in the studio. He doesn't have a microphone. And we've got, thank God we don't have a camera on this one, but they're famous already. Mr. Yusuf Mataji and Neil Rodrigues. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
But you know what, Merv? I wish we had a camera on him today because he looks like Shah Rukh, man. Shah Rukh Khan today.
Shah Rukh Khan? Mr. or Mrs. Khan? Which Khan? He does look. He's a handsome guy. I keep saying that. Everybody's going to take me for my word. No, he's a good-looking guy. Neil, Yusuf, thank you, gentlemen, for what you guys do. And last but definitely not least, she is called the wordsmith, the one and only, the most...
Most what?
The
what can I say?
wordinator.
I want to give her I want to give a superlative. The most, my beautiful wife, Joanne Britto.
There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very kind.
Sorry, Joe, you're not on camera this week. We've got Omkar on here, but we can hear you.
Have to be on camera. I was just going to say, you were talking about Hollywood legends. It was Amitabh Bachchan's birthday yesterday.
Was it?
Yep. On the 11th of October. He was born in 19...
He never called me, never told me about it, and I had no clue. A very happy birthday to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan for yesterday. Listen, it's an amazing week. Yeah, we've got a lot of big things happening. Not only do we have Omkar in the studio, but there's a lot of big things that are happening. We've got a peace treaty. It's been announced in Gaza, which is massive, dude.
Long overdue.
That's a big deal. This is history making, yeah? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And my boy DJT has pulled it off and made it happen.
He's your boy?
He's not my boy. I mean, I'm not a big fan, but I agree with a lot of stuff he does, and he's done. This I do agree with. He's a golfer, which I like. This I do agree with. He's brought peace to the Middle East. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a peace deal. Ajoy.
Early days, Merv. Early days.
Early days, and I wouldn't be giving him all the credit.
Who else would you give the credit to?
Mervyn, there's a lot of other people been working behind the scenes for a lot longer.
You know what the nicest thing is? can I tell you the nicest thing about it? All those poor Palestinians and Israelis that have been suffering all these years while these knobs, while these clowns have been at war. And it's the innocent people that suffer. So I'm really, really happy about that. I'm very happy about this peace treaty. We're going to talk about it more during the show. I'm going to ask Omkar about it. Not now, but you want to talk? Get into it right now. I want to introduce Omkar. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you know what? I think we should get Omkar in
Yes,
first.
please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had an issue that happened here in Goa, and it was major, where this gentleman got beat up in broad daylight. An activist, I don't know the guy personally, but he's known as an activist, and there's a lot of things that were said about him, but we had no clue. He got beaten up in broad daylight by a bunch of goons, and it created a huge stir. It stirred the hornet's nest. And there were demonstrations and morchas and all kinds of stuff that happened, and I bumped into a gentleman that I've never met before, who was out there, also part of the movement to try and change these things that are happening here that are not very nice. And a lot of people sit back at home and watch it on TV. But this guy was actually involved, and he mentioned to me, he said, "I seen your show." And he was very kind, and he was genuine. He spoke to me, and I interviewed him. We were trying to generate, Ajoy and I were trying to basically generate some content for the show.
Original content.
We were playing with the new mics and the gimbal and all, Ajoy.
And then we came across Omkar, right?
Who
And then I
spoke
spoke to him.
extremely well.
He spoke extremely well.
Yes.
He's a good-looking cat. I love his haircut. And he was kind enough, and I said, "Listen, we need more people like you to be involved, but it's nice that you're actually here." And he spoke to us. We recorded it. We have that. And ever since that day, we've been after him to come on the show. And he's very shy. He's an artist. He's a typical artsy type. But ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't be more happy and proud to announce the one and only Mr. Omkar, and I'm gonna absolutely mess up. Is it Gaddanakeri?
Omkar Gaddanakeri.
There he is.
Excellent. Welcome.
There he is. What up, baby? How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Initially, Omkar, when I met you at the Morcha, at the demonstration in Altin, you were apprehensive about coming and doing the show. And I said to you, it's a very laid-back thing. We do this every week to make people around the world. We do the show live. There's no editing. There's no fixing, fudging, nothing. You do the show live, and we broadcast this to people anywhere around the world that want to tune in and watch and figure out and listen to what's happening here in Goa. When I met you that day, I was so proud of the fact that you're a young guy. You tick all the boxes. You're young. You're an artist. You're social media. You're big on that. You've got Insta, and you do a lot of you don't do podcasting, but you're big on social media.
Did 1-2 podcasts, but
Yeah.
they are on different subjects.
But you've got a lovely page. You do some brilliant art. And the day when I met you, were a little bit apprehensive. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to. But I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you made the time, and we finally got you on the show. It's a very laid-back show. I want to ask you some questions about you, how you got to where you are, what you're doing, the future, the kind of stuff that could potentially help young people that plan or want to be artists or social media influencers or do the stuff you're doing. This kind of conversation is being broadcast. If anybody out there wants to get in touch with us, we normally put the social media, our links on the screen. You can get in touch with us anywhere you get your social media from. Hint, hint. That's there it is. It showed up. A beautiful island in the middle of the sea. Facebook, Insta, YouTube, WhatsApp. Guys, I'd love to hear from you. We're going to be talking to Omkar and asking him a lot of questions. So get in touch with us. 750-7246-246. You can ask him a question. If you want to come online with us, live video feed, give us a call. We'll send you a link. That's what the show is about, Omkar. It's an interactive show. And we want people to ask questions, make people aware of what's going on. And if you want to contact somebody, we wished Amitabh Bachchan for his birthday yesterday. If you want to wish somebody or send somebody some kind wishes, let us know. We'd love to do it on the air. Say your last name for me again. Gaddanakeri?
Gaddanakeri.
Where are you from
I'm
originally?
from Karnataka.
And how long have you been in Goa?
It's almost 25 years. I'm staying in Porvorim.
Going karma to me. Family roots from this thing, no?
Yes.
Always been in Porvorim?
Yes.
Omkar, when I met you that day, I had no clue about, you got a big social media following. You're an artist. You're an influencer. You've done a couple of podcasts. If people right now want to tune in, can you tell me where they can tune in, watch the show or watch you? Your social media links.
I have not put this link as of now, but I have shared on my WhatsApp or whoever contacts are there. I've already kept as a status, and they can tap on the link and access this.
There's a lot of questions that I want to ask you. I want to get right into it. We know, by the way, I didn't realize, we have a couple of mutual friends, yes?
Yes, man.
You know, I met, Carl, Lawrence, a lot of the boys that I played basketball with.
All of them.
You know all of them?
Yeah, they're from Lawrence and all is from my school.
You know Lawrence? You went to school with Lawrence, the Lawrence. Mr. Cavalli, good guy. He's a very guy. He's told me that he's one of the greatest basketball players, by the way. Goa level, India level. You ask him, he'll tell you. He's a great basketball player. Is he?
He play good.
Is he better than you, Merv?
Much better than me. He's a youngster, dude. I give him a lot of grief, but he's bouncing currently in Pattaya in one of those ping pong clubs. I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him in ages.
What kind of basketball is he playing now?
I have no idea, but he's a good guy. Lawrence, I'm only kidding, mate.
No ball games here, please.
You actually went to school with Lawrence, yeah?
Yes.
So you're a young cat. How old are you, Omkar?
Any guesses?
No.
Lawrence is about 25, 24, 25?
No, he's 29.
Older?
29 years. I'm also 29.
You went to school. Which school did you go to? Which high school, college did you go to?
Vidya Prabodhini. It's in Porvorim.
Yeah? Your primary profession is an artist.
Yes, I love to be addressed as artist.
You are an artist.
Yes, I'm an artist.
What got you into it? So I want to know a little bit about your background before we get into the heavy stuff. You grew up in Porvorim. You went to school. What was your school? Were you a good student?
No, I used to fail.
Yeah?
I was not good student. 11th, I just dropped my education 11th only.
Why?
Not
interested.
Is it being a creative type that you wanted to pursue different passions to study?
I'm actually grateful whatever happened, but
education wasn't high on the list.
Yes.
Why? You're smiling. You're saying something to me without saying a word. Tell me why.
I had to drop. There are many other things. Friend circles, this, that. But I cannot blame them. I'm grateful wherever I'm right now.
You've still achieved.
Yes.
You've still achieved a lot. So you weren't big on education. You weren't going to be like next level.
If I would be in college, I would take a degree somewhere. I would be working for 12 to 6 or something. That's what now I'm following my passion.
Which is?
Art. I customize walls and all across many parts of Goa. I have did restaurants. I've shared you this thing also.
We've got pictures of it. He's done some amazing stuff, and I love looking at some of this stuff. Is that what it is? It's called Omni Films, yeah?
Yes,
Can you open that? Omni Films?
This I did in Himachal.
Omkar Goa. So you can, dude, that is amazing, yeah? This is all done by you, yes?
Yes, those ladies were coming and looking at this and they were laughing. They're like, they look like me. Himachal. Wow. That is in Himachal.
What are the social media pages, by the way? They can go and check out a lot of this stuff. There's Snoop smoking a big old spliff, baby. Is this Omkar? What's that one on top? There's Einstein.
Yes.
With headphones.
Sorry. Yeah.
The pipe.
What is the name of this?
Omkar Goa.
So that's
Omkar _ Goa, yes. That's my Instagram art page.
That's the art page, yeah?
Yeah.
This is amazing stuff. So this is your passion. This is what you do.
I love this.
What is so right after school you got into art? You decided how?
No, not directly into art. I was working in some hardware and all like that initially for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know initially how we keep changing job in the first phase.
Of course.
6 months in hardware, then I went in Maldi Goa. Yeah. There I worked for few months.
Yeah. It's stepping stones in life. Yeah, everybody goes through that.
Yes.
We're doing a lot of stuff here on the show, and it's a learning process. But everybody goes through that. When you get out of school, you have no clue, no idea what you want to do. And a lot of people go to college and study. People sometimes have a focus from the time they're very young. They know exactly what they want to do. But I was the same way. I went to college, but I finally ended up dropping out and saying, you know what? There's a lot of other things that I'm interested in. So you did a couple of odd jobs. How did you pay the bills? Now you pay the bills, obviously, with the art.
Yes.
What did you do? You had a couple of odd jobs?
Before I used to work in mall, the way I said. In mall, I used to work for...
Yeah, but these are other jobs. How did you get into painting murals, by the way? What was your first job?
I was working in the bookstore. Mm-hmm. So I asked, my boss, I want a small opportunity to try on the glass, there is a festival coming, like Ganesh, all these things. I want to give a try. So he said... okay, if we are giving you colors, all the material, you do it. So while doing that, many people took my contact number. then they approached and they told me like do the same thing on my glass. That's how the context multiplied, and I approached the boss that I have to leave this job because I'm getting many calls. Then he regretted that he gave, but he felt like, good you are doing this, but think again, like he said, tomorrow you might not have this festival season will get over. What you will do after that? Which I felt immediately after the festival was over. I had no calls. No one was approaching me. Then I went restaurant to restaurant, all the cafes, like showing them my glass painting. They are like, yeah, good, we'll let you know, like that. And I'm very grateful few people supported. And my initial clients, I would like to thank them that they supported. That's why today I'm painting this. If they would have said the same thing, na ye like अच्छा नहीं है, आप नहीं कर पाओगे, then that motivation breaks. That initial clients, I know those my works were not that great. Despite that, they paid and they appreciated it, which I can say now because that time I used to feel proud, like yeah, they really liked it, like that, which they did, I suppose. But we need some surroundings like that, which is supportive for basically for the skilled job and all. In India, they don't have a platform like that, where they can showcase it. So small like this artists, entrepreneurs are there, vocal for local, what we say, we have to show support to them. Now I see many Goan artists are not getting, art field is gone in Goa.
But there's a lot of fields, and we've spoken about these. By the way, I don't know if you can see it. He can see, Omkar can see it on that, but he's looking at me. But there's a lot of beautiful pieces of art that he's done, paper mache, a couple of paintings and stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see him on the screen. He's done some brilliant work. He's a local artist, but you make a very valid point. There are a lot of artists, and you were blessed. God bless you and gave you that path to try something. You had the courage to basically say, you know what, I want to try it out. You're passionate about what you do. And you took the chance. Your boss was kind enough to give you the colors and you painted the glass. And after whatever, Ganesh, whatever the festival was at that time, nobody was, but you pursued that and you continued going and you pursued your hobby. And that's how things happen with hard work over time. It doesn't fall into your lap, right?
Yeah, it takes time.
It takes time, and you're doing what you do because you made that effort. Somebody gave you. Who was your boss, by the way? Mention his name and give him a shout out, dude.
It's a franchisee, so I cannot give a credit to it.
Who's the boss that let you paint the first mural? No.
The mural, that is Gaurav Pandit. I'm grateful that he gave that permission.
There's your man, Gaurav Pandit. He's probably not watching the show, but if he was, he's the manager at the bookstore in the mall, yeah?
He's the boss. He gave me that opportunity to do it. Go ahead, paint this particular glass. But then when I approached the manager and I told, I'm leaving this, then he told to that Gaurav, you gave this painting and now he's leaving it.
See what you did.
Gaurav asked me still, think about it, because you cannot predict. These festivals will come once a 6 months, 4 months, what you will do in between, which was a valid. I was sitting idle only at home.
But it worked out. No, it takes time.
Solid time it takes. You have to hustle. You have to keep hope. Nothing will happen overnight. Many people don't start thinking it will not succeed. They are the same energy they are ready to invest on for someone else.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, you invest that same energy, but when it comes to you, do it. Part-time you do it. Now I'm doing so many channels. I'm doing art also, this also, and there are other things I'm doing. Simultaneously it is happening. And
I want to get simultaneously it happens, but it takes time and it takes effort. It takes faith. It takes persistence.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, how did you get into the storytelling side of things with your art?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Storytelling. There's so much storytelling in your artistry. Because
every piece of work has a story,
no?
Right?
Yes. Actually, client gives me a basic requirement. Then I understand, what is required. And we also refer to histories and other web series, documentaries, and real life scenarios. Now, let's say it's about Goa. I exactly know what Goa related to, what are the tropical climate it has, what is the significance of each thing. So that I try to incorporate into my mural.
Yeah.
And that's how audience love it. You can see my work there. Now this is a lady which is putting Rangoli right in front of Bodgeshwar temple. Bodgeshwar is a Mapsa temple. That is a Rakhondar. Rakhondar is a protector. We believe he is a deity who protects the village. Now when you come up with like this story, it gives a message through my mural art
Yeah.
about Goa, the history, culture. And that's what I try to do with my work.
This is amazing stuff. The thing at the end of the day, people will give you a basic overview of what they want, what they think they want, and it's your imagination and your skill, your talent that puts this together.
Yeah, sometimes they just come up and say like, you decide what you have to do. You're an artist. And accordingly, I figure out like this is your ambience existing. Now what will look good, accordingly I suggest them.
But that's why they need an artist. That's why you need an artist, basically. If I can't figure it out, let me leave it to somebody who's an expert. This is a beautiful painting of a whale underwater. I don't know how you've done it, but you've done a brilliant job. Where is this mural, by the way? Where can people see this mural?
This one will not be able to see it because it's a private property.
Clear.
It's inside house someone's.
Address. The thing about it is it takes imagination, but that is beautiful. That's a whale underwater, and you've done such a great job. Rama, I got to ask you, yeah? Rama. I'm calling him Rama.
Omkar.
Omkar, that you've got a sign on your head. For the people that don't know, it's a religious symbol. Explain that to people that are not from India or not from Goa, that don't understand what that is. What exactly is that on your forehead?
If I'll just tell you in a small, this thing like, a big video it will become. Tilak is like, it represents, now I'm wearing yellow tilak. It's a sandalwood paste. Now that is signifying to Lord Shiva.
Okay.
So I love Lord Shiva, and whatever his things are there, I wear like Rudraksha is there.
What is the Rudraksha? Is the around your neck? No.
Rudraksha is basically, according to scriptures, it is said when Lord Shiva meditated for thousands of years for a weapon, and finally when he opened his eyes, tears of ecstasy dropped on earth. Some regions like India, Nepal and Indonesia. And the Rudraksha tree came. And it is believed if you wear those Rudraksha, you get spiritual, and there are some other scientific benefits. There are many other things people can check on YouTube. Because if I start speaking about it, it will become very big.
No. People are watching, obviously going to ask that question. I'm asking the question so that people can understand.
Yeah.
So it's a symbol of Lord Shiva. You go to the temple and basically you put...
Yeah. This is a tilak which is representing to Shiva. Also, it will keep your focus more on this region other than other part. It's like basically anyone you see, Hindus, they wear it. It keeps your attention also driven here. Also, it is believed when you tap that tilak morning here, your intuitions, these are the 5 points. When you press here, your what is that? There is one chakra up here which gets activated. So this is all spiritual language. If you're going to ask it about scientific, then there is no answer for it. Yes.
No, but that's what faith is all about. Spirituality.
It's about faith, yes.
And I love that, dude. I think you can tell whenever I see you, whenever I've seen you, it's somebody who's basically got spirituality, who's got faith, and you're proud of it.
Yes, it gives me faith, courage, and a hope to survive one more day, by wearing Rudraksha. It feels like, yes, this is having, and from day one when I'm wearing it, I can feel it. There are changes drastic in my life. It will eliminate all unwanted things from your thing. It's my personal observation. I don't think it will happen to somebody else, but this is my personal thing. I'm wearing from 2 years. I see everything is stable. In fact, there are many times in my life when I had financially breakdown. I didn't have money and all, but I never felt broken from inside. Things work out, and everything is working. Till now it's working.
Is it true that the Rudraksha is very difficult to come by? That
it's not difficult. Let me clear one thing. 3 mukhi to 7 mukhi Rudraksha is easily and everywhere it is available. It's not expensive. It will not cost you even more than 100 rupees. It should be somewhere between 1 rupee to 100 depending upon where you're buying it.
Okay.
And above 7 mukhi, it's rare. And let's say if you are looking for 1 mukhi, it should cost at least about 1 CR.
Wow. What does that mean? I've never heard that. What is 1 mukhi?
So basically 1 mukhi is rare and it is not available. It's difficult to get.
The same thing. It's the same seed.
Same seed.
It's a shape, I think.
It's a shape.
Yes.
For reference, you can add this thing image later.
अरे गाल मरे screen er
One
गाल मरे
Muki,
माका
you
phone
can-
नहीं रे.
one Muki is there. Only one piece was there. It is in what do you call that? Nepal. There is one Pashupatinath
Yeah,
temple.
he's got this one. This is what it looks like?
This is Bhadraksh, but one Muki Rudraksha for
Where is
reference.
Tilak?
Come down. Scroll down. Yes. That round one. Up.
This one.
No. Up. That for yes. For tap that.
This
Second
one?
image. Second image.
Second image from the left.
Yeah.
One
Top
row up
left.
and to the go right up,
Black.
right above that, the black one, the dark one.
Yeah.
To the right.
Right.
My
Yes.
God, yes, that's the one. Click it.
Game show.
There
Basically,
you go.
this is a fake one, but
This is one Muki Rudraksha. Yeah.
but this is fake.
So this is the
It's
Muki
not the
right
big
here.
one.
This is fake. I am just showing you. This is how the original should also look. But this is fake. Anyone will tell it is a fake. You
So
can see it.
The
It's
Muki,
a die.
The Muki is you're talking about this, right?
Yeah, there's one line
Okay.
and there is only one seed inside.
I see.
But this comes from the Rudraksha plant, right?
Rudraksha plant.
And you
And this is spirituality. This is only for Hindus with who this thing in Lord Shiva.
Actually, now I don't know if it is real or fake.
I see a lot of sadhus
Chai-
wearing these. No.
Yeah, that is also. This is the spiritual side. Why they are wearing? They say that black magic and all doesn't work on such people when you wear such rudrakshas. And there are akal mrityu, what we call, like unexpected death. What when you are supposed to die, you are anyway going to die. But
Correct.
unexpected deaths are said, like sometime happens, accidents, this that. Some things get eliminated. That is how the scriptures are saying inside when you wear Rudraksha, many things. And also you cannot get attracted to Rudraksha. There are very few chosen people who are meant to wear it and they are only going to wear it. That is not out of tomorrow you'll not feel like, let's go and wear Rudraksha.
It is not a fad. It's not a fashion statement. And I
Yes.
love the fact that you mentioned the spirituality.
But
of it.
gemstones, people hype it and it is more common. But before gemstones, Rudraksha was a sacred thing. If you see in ancient India, everyone used to wear Ram, Lakshman, all those images. If we see, they have a Rudraksha across their hair, everything.
You see a lot of these guys during the festival. What is the big festival that happens once every 12 years?
Mahakumbh.
Mahakumbh, Kumbh Mela and stuff like that. You see these guys. You see.
But you have to be safe from the fake gurus. Because there are many.
I'm talking
खूप
about.
असतात.
I'm talking about. No, खूप असतात.
ते कुंभा खूप असतात ऋषी ते घालून असे इतके रुद्राक्षा घालून. But they should also know about the scriptures
What
now.
it's actually about.
If you don't know about scriptures, you are giving yelling at people, giving bad words. Scriptures doesn't say that, no.
I think Amit was talking about the Rudraksha. He was talking after he'd seen something on my arm, and he was telling he was going to bring it back from his hometown.
Did he? I love the fact that you're spiritual. It's not an art thing. It's not a fad. It's not a temporary. You've been through hard times, and it's your spirituality, it's your faith that has gotten you through, right? You just mentioned that, and that's something I'm so impressed about. It's very difficult nowadays with young people that they only want good things. They're not willing to put in the time or the effort, go to the temple, do what they need to do, right? This is not only to ask when you want something good. This is your faith, your spirituality, right?
I mean, praying for only in difficult time will not work now. Always you have to be grateful and say whatever. Don't ask from God, because when you won't receive it again, you will be disappointed and curse him. Don't ask anything. Just be grateful where we are. Today, whatever happened, I'm grateful. Every day, if we pray and show that gratitude, your inner this thing also changes. You be humble. And this is working for me. I don't know if it is not working for someone, then
Baba, it works for me. And I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual. I say my prayers every morning. Mom and Dad brought us up Catholic. I'm a very strict Catholic family.
no matter which religion I'm saying,
Exactly.
you have to be surrender yourself to the upper energy, whoever the God you believe in. You surrender your ego to him. Don't say that I'm doing all this, that.
I
It's
love that.
him who's doing it.
Yeah.
You reach the destination. Don't focus on the journey and the bus. He's having that aeroplane, I'm having this. It's none of your business. You focus on the destination. God is asking you to come to that destination. तू मारगाव पावच्या सांगून तू सगळ्यांक विचारता तो बशीन गेला. Bus is not that great. Our bike is powerful.
Full garmaha, AC na.
That is what now they fight, like my religion is superior than your religion. They are not understanding the fundamental goal, what we say, reach to the destination.
Don't focus on the journey.
Yes.
But the journey is equally important, and sometimes when you're having a hard time. it's very difficult to turn to religion, and that's the difference. You're not asking for things. You've actually got the faith that no matter what happens, I have my faith as a Catholic, you've got a faith as a Hindu, yeah? And I love the fact that we can believe the same things, very similar things. It's not what you ask for, what's given to you, but you have the faith to believe that what happens to you at the end of the day is the plan.
Right.
The person decides the plan. It's not up to you.
We are like, I don't know why humans always think like that, that it's we who are deciding. If one small mistake, if even 1 second delay happens, the earth will not exist. Anything can go blast. And we are saying like, I am deciding what is going to happen. He is deciding nothing. We met at the podcast also. It cannot be a coincidence. It is already decided. We met.
I love this, and I would like to get into it more. Omkar, I want to ask you, yeah? So we covered the basics, where you're from, what you do, how you got into this. I wanted to get into some of the heavier stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Merv Britto Show, and we are going to discuss topics here that might be uncomfortable or uneasy to some people, but at the end of the day, that's why we do this show, and that's what the show is all about. It's about topics that we want to make people aware of what's happening here in this place we love. This gentleman I'm speaking to, Omkar, is absolutely passionate about this place, and I take my hat off to him because he's actually one of the people, and I said this to him when I interviewed him, he's one of the people that actually will get involved. Omkar, these changes are happening worldwide. They've happened in places like Sri Lanka and Bangladesh and Nepal. And it takes one spark, it takes one thing that makes people pay attention. And you need people like young people to get involved. You're a young guy. Why are we not seeing the changes? We've complained for so long here in Goa about things that are happening. Why aren't we seeing more change?
It is going to take place soon. Now we can see many young people are coming out, and I'm grateful they are out now finally. Very few people woke up, and I'm expecting in future more people will wake up. That doesn't mean you have to go and object anything what government is doing good things. You have to only see in your ward, village, anything you see illegal, inform it, record it. Otherwise, if someone is like me, there are many other social activists who are doing it. You otherwise approach them if you don't want to. And even there are many applications in by private sectors who are ready to post anonymously about your report to the panchayat, to the related to anything, potholes, drainage. These issues government CM personally don't know what happened in your It is you citizen who have to see it and
awareness.
Go to the panchayat and tell them to do it. And if they don't listen, then there is a social medias, you can upload it.
We met when a gentleman named Ramakant got beaten up. We met at a morcha. Well, not at the morcha. I wasn't there at the morcha, but when y'all went to the CM's residence in Altin, I met you there. Rama finally got discharged from GMC, correct?
Yesterday, yes.
I'm going to get into the heavier stuff, and I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you some more important questions. I think he's moved his mic. His camera. I want to ask you about what exactly was the issue with Rama when Rama got beaten up. He got pretty badly beaten up. It was a brazen attack on somebody who's considered an activist. That shouldn't happen to anybody, no matter what your race, your religion, no matter what you stand for, nothing. That should not be happening, right?
The attack was very
What
brutal.
happened about that? Explain what happened to Ramakant.
Basically, that afternoon, he was inside the, restaurant. The moment he came outside the restaurant, with him there was one reporter also. They told him to wait here with the knife like that. Then they attacked on Rama. That's what Rama gave a statement yesterday and told, they were asking him, you want to ST portfolio, this, that. And Rama even said that they were saying, you want to be Rakhandar of Goa. Rakhandar means the protector of Goa. And these were the loose things which we can hear in the video. That's what Rama is claiming.
This is the video where they show him getting beaten up outside.
Yes. And now, today also, for the inauguration, the local MLA also clarified, his thing. I didn't, you might have watched it. You can otherwise play that and watch. his
Yeah,
statement also is
Yeah.
released.
Yeah.
So he also clarified, like, it doesn't work that way.
And it's been how many days now? How long ago did this happen? When did this happen?
This happened on 18th of September.
September, right?
Today.
What can I ask you? There's a picture of Rama, the assaulted activist Rama, discharged from hospital. Can I ask you? You mean to tell me after all of this time we don't have a suspect, nobody's in custody, nobody's been held responsible? This is a brazen attack on a human, man, woman, doesn't make a difference. A human a Goan local person. They haven't arrested, nobody's been held responsible for this?
It's a sad thing, like, we are sitting here and we have to discuss about this and people have to comment upon it. It's a police duty to figure out if in case there is any person involved, that cops have to tell. Cops have to not ask the citizen or else you or me, anyone like that, who do you suspect?
They got to investigate.
It's their job. And that
So after
people are
all of this
saying
time-
they didn't succeed in that.
We talk about this, and I've mentioned this, and I'm not trying to stir up the pot. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about this to make people aware. There is no religious affiliation, no political affiliation with any of us. These opinions and the views that we express are our own personal views and not tied into the Merv Britto Show at all. We have our own views and opinions, so it's going to differ person to person. Let me ask you, we've spoken about this many times. Why are the police not able to do their jobs, or why are they not doing their jobs? After so many days, it was blatant, it was caught on video. Why has nobody been arrested?
Goa police have so much capability. Within 1 hour, they can get any culprit.
Do they know what's going on?
It's a small state. Anywhere you tell them, they will go and even get a small lost phone. Anything you ask them, pen, pencil, they'll get it. You just tell them this was lost. But I don't understand now who is trying to pressurize them.
No, but I'm saying to you, I have a strong suspicion. I have a strong belief that if they actually wanted to solve this crime, they would. And I believe that there's people higher up.
Within 12 hours, they brought all the 7 to 8 people.
Yeah, but what's the use? They brought people in, right? Has anybody been arrested about it? They brought people in.
Charged.
So,
Nobody's been charged for anything.
So according to Rama, apparently, a lot of his statement has been left out. Now he's made some damning complaints. He's alleged some things in his statement which were left out, which again is highly questionable if true. And I think even today he has made some damning claims against the Goa police, as you can see from this article here. He claimed that he had singled out a particular politician, and I think it may be even allegedly the CM, which once this comes up here we can see. But he's made a lot of damning claims which have not been taken into account according to Rama, and these are serious in nature. So questions need to be asked if true.
There are chain of commands. There's ways and everywhere in the world, you've got a way, a process that you have to follow to get something done properly. There's FIRs. You can take it to the SP. You can escalate it. This was not something small that happened in some remote village. This happened in Panjim. It was the Panjim police station. You've got big boys that are involved in this, and something's going on where the police are not able to do their job. Omkar, how can something like this not get resolved? Investigated things. He mentioned. Rama mentioned that some of the details were left out. How can you have a police department that cannot do their jobs to protect? If this is happening on this scale, what would happen if somebody like nobody like me got beaten up and I made a police come? Nothing's going to happen. If you can't get justice for Rama after being such a huge, wildly case that everybody knew about, and he's still not getting justice, explain to me what's going on, dude.
Actually, 2 days back, he came out now. Today, the statement also is given. If we give more time to this, more things will come out. Because from last 18, 19 days, I'm going every day to the protest. Today, in fact, there is a protest in Korlim. And things are unfolding in a different directions. So every day what I comment upon it is not so the same, 5 days later something else is coming out.
Yeah, but these are developments.
Yes, but on this particular case, there are many things, which are unfolding, and I'm telling you, if we give more time will only unfold everything. Like, who's the mastermind, who could be involved. That is actually, as Rama made a statement yesterday, that he doesn't have a hope on Home Ministry, law and order in Goa police. So he wants a retired judge or someone to investigate in that.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. If he does that, more answers will be revealed. Like,
That's what an investigation is all about.
So I just pull up these reports. So Rama's alleged political involvement in his assault, allegedly, and he's named a few politicians, some at the very top, and those were not mentioned in the statement, which is shocking if true. And you can see that he's actually named the CM and the tourism minister.
yes.
And they have refuted his allegations. But my question is, how, if this is such a sensitive topic, such a sensitive assault crime, and it involves people in government, so how do we ensure of unbiased, what do you call, investigation? And that's what he's calling for. He's calling for the a judicial investigation by a retired judge who has no affiliation of any kind. I think that's a fair request. What do you think?
Ajay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You've heard of checks and balances.
Absolutely.
How can you have police that are governed by political affiliation? How can you have police that are allowed to do their job, but they're expected to do their job if they have pressure? Omkar, how can you have police? We've asked this question on the show before. How can police do their jobs? If I do a good job, I'll get transferred. If I do too good a job, I get transferred and get moved or get shifted. They're controlled like puppets by political organizations or politicians. Allegedly. Here again, I'm saying to you, I don't care about, you mentioned all these names, Rohan County and the CM promote Dr. Sawant and all that. I have no idea, don't care. All I'm saying to you, in a banana republic, you can have all kind of musty mischief, crooked stuff happening. But in a place, in a stable democracy, in a government that we consider our government a good government, why can't these gentlemen, these police officers, do their jobs and come up with a finding, investigation, and find out? They can do it all over the world. Why can't we not do it in Goa?
They can do it.
They
They can do it.
Give me a reason. No.
There's a pressure.
From political
From whom? Political interferences. Definitely political interferences.
How do you fix that?
One person is, I feel bad about it. It will take solid time to fix.
No. So it's not something new.
3.5 weeks though. Isn't
No.
It?
Solid.
It's
It's been many years. This is not 3.5 weeks.
No, I know. But
In
I'm saying
India, this
since
is
the
happening
assault.
from very long time.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
involvement of politicals into police. In fact, the best one, they keep it with them. And that's where everything happens.
But that's something that's been happening for a long time.
Yeah, I was just wanting to ask what my point was. It's been 3.5 weeks since it actually happened. So I was just wondering, because there seems to have been many protests. So as far as you're aware, how many protests have there been, and how extensive have these protests been across the state?
I've observed the protest in South. Huge crowd is coming.
Yeah.
Like in South Goa, Margao.
Is he got a big following there? Is Rama from the South?
No, he's not from South. South has a different thing only. They have a unity like that, when it comes to this thing. Protest, anything to raise voice and all. People gather immediately there.
That day when we were there, Baba, I saw a lot of politicians. I saw a lot of the opposition leaders there.
But North, it takes time. North also, whoever were gathered, majority were from South.
But I'm saying to you, y'all have been doing these morchas, these marches, these demonstrations every day since, correct? Why is it not more publicized? How do people find out? Why don't people let people know where it's happening so more people can get involved?
It's not happening like that. It's people are requesting, like, today we want to do this in our constituency. Can you come? Like that, then these people go there with the banner.
Let me ask you, Omkar, social media is such a strong, such a powerful tool. Yes, you can change the way a country operates. It's happened all around the world. You've heard of Gen Z in Nepal with social media, right? Why do we not have these kind of things happening to see the changes happen here in Goa? If y'all are talking about a simple thing like we want to have these demonstrations in our village, in our area. Why not have a site, have a place where people can go and visit and see, they can find out exactly real time what's happening and how they can get involved, because it's the most disappointing thing.
It's always everyday live. Right now it is live on YouTube on this thing.
If I want to find out where I'll go to find out.
You can see, I think it's right now they'll be live on Alert Goans.
Alert Goans.
Yes.
There's a website called Alert Goans?
No, there are a few channels, like, the mainstream media is not covering it.
That's another topic. We're going to get into that next, yeah? But if people want to get involved, and the thing that bothers me the most is I'm done. I'm 55. I'm not going to be around forever. There's a whole new generation of you guys. You're not Gen Z. You're not Gen Z, are you? What
97.
generation? Yeah, so, well.
Gen Z.
Whatever generation. Boss, you're social media savvy. You're a guy who's in, and when I met you, I asked you the same questions. Why don't you have more people get involved? It's not up to the old people or the politicians. You need young people to make the change you want to see. Get involved. Get off the couches. Get off the PC and the laptops and get out there and make a change you want to see. And I asked you this, right? But why aren't the media making more of this? The police are controlled by politicians. Media. What the hell is the problem with media? Why aren't media putting out the truth? When things actually happen, why aren't people from the media covering these stories with the actual facts and the truth?
Yeah, I've heard rumors now. That's why I'm not feeling like, talking more about all this thing. Before, I was, as a common citizen, I was just covering vlogs, all this. But now I'm traveling here and there. It's sad, like, sometimes I hear rumors about medias that they are sometimes paid, it seems, to not talk. Forget about posting something. They in fact paid sometime to not post
That's a
or
clown
talk
show.
about anything our side. That is happening.
That's a clown show.
Yeah, so I was for media, so I don't mind speaking about it. Basically, the media, it works on either they are sponsored or they are owned by the industrialist families of Goa. Some of them. Okay, I won't name names, but some of them. And so if there's any, investigation, or if there's any report that is adverse to their business or their interest, then it never gets mentioned. So you'll notice in your papers, for example, it's always, they'll never mention a name. They'll never mention who's been arrested or which person has lost a case.
Why, Ajoy? Why?
Because they want advertising from those people, from those companies.
That's crazy.
That's how it works, Merv. That's how it works.
It might work that way, but I don't agree with it. I think that's absolutely wrong. And
Yes.
if I were to try and make a change, this is the way I make my change. I do a small show. We do a podcast where we can make 50, 100, 200 people aware of what's going on in forget about the world. I'm concerned about Goa. I love this place. And this is my give back, or how I can give something back and make a change. I can't be out there demonstrating and doing all the stuff. We're looking for the young people to get involved with social media and get involved, right?
Yes. So
But what I'm saying to you is, why is it allowed that police, for example, why should a dynasty that controls a newspaper, be allowed to control what comes out? Should not be the truth that's reported?
That's the old tactic. It's always been the case. If you can control the media, you control the mind, and you can control the public, right?
And the narrative.
But the game changer is the internet, is social media, and that's where people like Omkar, Rama, by them being proactive. Not like how we used to be in the past. We are not proactive. Now that we have a chance to be proactive and have our views, or at least showcase what's happening around us, that could be a game changer. So I'm not saying to distrust every mainstream media, but you should find a middle
Not
ground.
about the distrust of the media, dude. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you want to run a country, you want to run a government, you have to have what's it called? Autonomy. You cannot be controlled to be, you're basically a puppet otherwise, right?
That's right.
The
Okay.
system is choked.
But that's the reason I'm doing this show, and I'm talking to somebody like you. You're a young guy, you're a smart guy, you're social media savvy. If the system is choked, why is it continue to happen? And we put these same people in power and let them continue to choke us and control us. I mean, y'all are happy with, we make a joke about potholes. We make a joke about corruption. We make a joke about, but when it comes to your safety in your life, a crime that could potentially have killed somebody, right? That's not a joke. That's not a pothole. I'll get over it. Corruption, I'll get over it. But when you threaten my life, and his life was threatened, you're telling me the police can't do their job, number one, media can't report the truth, number two, and it's just going to keep on happening?
Merv, I'll give you an example. Now, I'm not going to take names, and this actually happened to me.
But I'm not going to take names.
Listen to me.
Give the story, dude.
Listen to it.
Okay, recently, I myself, I had made a complaint about an illegality happening next to where we stay in Panjim. I was assaulted. I was punched in the face, and as I was punched in the face, all of a sudden, out of the woodwork came all of these guys. Some of them local politicians who I know very well.
They came out to support you.
No, to support the person and the persons who were assaulting me. They tried to prevent me from, filing a complaint, taking it to the hill, which I didn't do. I not because of their insistence. It was more to do with my belief, my religious beliefs of forgiveness, etc. But these same people, and I could actually call them out, and I find them extremely hypocritical. Some of these guys are budding politicians. They came out for Rama, rightfully so. They came out for Rama. They protested against Rama's assault, but they took up the assaulter who assaulted me. So you have to ask yourself, what is this kind of mindset?
No, but that's the point I'm trying to make, Ajoy. It cannot be based on how you feel. It should be based on right and wrong. Morals, values, ethics. We've talked about this before, right? So if you do something wrong, you should pay the penalty. You should have a punishment. You're not coming in and supporting Ajoy Barreto because of my political affiliation. You're not supporting somebody because of political affiliation, right? At the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to politics. I understand. I'm not naive. I'm not stupid. Omkar, how do we make the change? When does this change, right? We keep doing the same thing. If Ajoy got beaten up and he went to the police, you really think they'd do anything to fix his case? If Rama can't get justice.
This is the third attack
on him. The third time he got beat up, yeah?
Yeah, once his bike was burnt. Second time attack took place in the Bambolim side somewhere. This is the third. Someone tried to hit him like that.
Ajoy,
yeah,
you got beaten up. I know overall very general about the story. I understand what it is, but this is what happens when people, you're trying to attack people in the pocket. They're doing something illegal to benefit financially, correct?
Blatantly illegal. And if you ask me, it was set up in such a way that I actually would be assaulted. So I was called by the Panjim municipality for some stupid reason, they call you guys, any complainant, to come and point out the illegality.
They want to understand
everything. All the details are in my bloody complaint. You just have to apply, do your job, go to the spot that I pointed out and see the damn illegality, right? So they call me. They didn't give me much notice. They say I'm there. I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. Come and show us the illegality. So I'm trying to do what's right. I went there, and then those guys, started creating, the guys who were doing the illegality, the encroachment, started creating an issue, and they went to this CCP inspector. And that bloody inspector pointed out at me. He's saying, "Here's the guy's complaint. Take it up with him."
So
I was like, "Wow,
this is but that's incompetence, boss. That's called incompetence. If that guy, the idiot, came for a contentious situation without police protection, and you get beaten up, and he's pointing at you, basically, he's putting you in jeopardy.
It's by design, Merv. It's by design. Trust me on this.
It is by design. Fine, I understand. That's your opinion. I agree with you 100%. My $1 million question to you again, Omkar, Ajoy, all of you young people is, how do you, or when does this change take place? Joanne, we've been living here in this place and this has been happening. If you're telling me this is the third time he got beaten up or physical violence, threats, whatever the case may be, what would happen if it happened against somebody, Yusuf or Neil or me, if something would happen to one guy that's known, nobody knows? Yeah. Why is it the case that it's only by... Listen, he should get justice full stop. I don't care if it's Rama. I don't care if he's Hindu, he's Catholic, he's Muslim. I don't care if it's... Any person, you're a human being, you live in this place, you should be able to go to the police and get very, very serious people taking notice of what's happening and give you justice, no?
In Goa, many places and many time now, many incident happened. Justice was... never given.
Never delivered.
Many cases. So I have one thing. Recently also I filed a complaint in Panchayat like that. I don't want to name the Panchayat. Again they'll say I'll track them. So the Panchayat, instead of showing support to me, they are supporting the complainant. Same issue, They are asking me why you are putting the videos. like, ma'am, that's how the citizens will be aware, right? That,
How do you make
like,
people-
yeah, how that
Evidence.
I have to go like that to panchayat, give tell the complaint like this. That's my job. What I'm doing. You focus on your thing, like
Yeah. But
But
that's
they're like, no, you don't do that. You don't upload our things like this. And I felt very bad. But when I see the same thing with a young sarpanch, there are many young sarpanches also, like young age, 20, 30, 35, that age. They are running the village very clean, like, zero black spots. There are no garbage, nothing. Everything is
great.
clean, perfect.
Where are those? Are you able to talk about where those places are as like good examples of where, you've got an area being controlled and operated really well?
if somebody's
You
doing
think I
a
should
good
give
job.
That's
credit to that
brilliant.
sarpanch?
If you,
I
you're talking
think-
about when somebody's doing a good job.
Well, I think people should get credit when they're
Mention,
doing a
no,
good
you
job.
can't mention the bad stuff. You can mention the good
you
stuff.
Yes, he
Say
does.
Who is doing a good job? Mention
I
the
think as a
panchayat.
young leader, I have seen my personal observation. I'm not interested other things but whenever I see in Para location, Para is always clean. If anything is there, if you tell them, they'll listen immediately and they take the follow-ups.
Para is one area, right? You've got Michael Lobo, who's his son,
His son
Daniel.
is there, yeah, Daniel.
Yeah, they do a good job. Great.
Good job.
But why not replicate that and make it happen more places? If it's
Basically, the
working
thing is, the whole Goa, all the politicians are aware about how the things should be done and how they can improve everything. They have a expert sitting, like we don't have to tell all this thing to them how they can do it, what they can do it. They know very well what they have to do, but they don't want to do it.
It's such a shame that, and
They don't want to do it. They want to fill their pockets. Not all politicians. There are very few politicians who will do some work. In that also there will be corruptions. Not for your benefit, so that they can mint money through those projects.
So that's a huge topic, and we've discussed this many, many times about how
They have experts. They don't want to solve it.
Baba, we've talked about potholes, about corruption, about trying to get anything done many times on the show, and that's exactly why we do what we do.
yeah, and I was going to say, obviously Rama's assault was terrible, and we've had people contact us on the show where it's gone one step beyond and someone's been murdered, and we've actually had people contacting us saying that their families never had justice, people who have now had to move overseas, or families that were maybe just visitors and then they've returned to their home countries, but family members had been murdered and there was never ever justice for those people. And I just find it so sad that we hear so many stories of things being unsolved, still open questions, and people never getting closure or actually finding the justice that is deserved for the person who has died.
I'm gonna make
and
it
for
more
the loved
complicated.
ones also.
Listen, you can't keep talking about this and nothing happens, and that's the problem. Yeah.
Merv, I'm going to say one thing though. I think we have reached a point. If we don't make a stand now, we're going to go towards what happened in Mumbai. We have those gangs,
Yeah.
gang wars. You
don't think it's happening now?
It's happening, but you know what? It could get much worse. So this is a watershed moment, I think, with Rama's case. We should basically right the wrong, and if we don't, God help us.
Yeah, if you sit by, and that's exactly the point I wanted to have Omkar on the show. And I said to Omkar at that time, why aren't more people getting involved?
Can I just make it? Go on, carry on.
No.
All I was going to say was, we've said this before. People say that activist is a dirty word, and it shouldn't be. It's,
Politician's a dirty word. Politics.
but
It takes a lot of courage to be activist. It's not an easy job.
absolutely.
You have to take allegations, a lot of things. Now people are questioning. It's a sad thing. Recently I have seen, I don't know, it's to spoil names or what. There could be 1-2 activists who might be doing extortions.
Yeah.
But you cannot ask all the people to hapta geta all that, how you are running.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I understood like this also allegations can come on activists, you feel bad like whether you have to raise voice or no.
Yeah, but that's why we've said this also. People don't want to get involved. Good people don't want to get involved. They don't want to be activists. They don't want to be politicians. They don't want to get involved because people start flinging mud is what an analogy.
I feel bad about like that for the police department.
Why? Why?
Police department is one like this department. We want more youths and very honest youths who are ready to work for the state and all like that. But the way the police department is portrayed across India, Nobody wants to take those jobs. Like it's like a
Are
tag.
you kidding me? That's
Ve-
absolutely
very-
not.
very-
You can make a lot of money in the police department.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to pay a lot of money to
You
get in.
do. That's another can of worms.
I've heard if you want to just get into the police, you are going to cost you 25 lakhs. So if you start
These
out
are
with
all
The small,
these are all-
small post and all people who are like they are already having tag corrupt.
Yeah.
That's one job like who's having tag directly corrupt. So many tags they give. This tag should be gone. I don't like when cops are addressed or tagged like that.
What you mean?
All the cops are tagged like that.
Right.
Chorela, they directly say.
No,
But
Not
even
all
I want
police,
to-
right?
But the thing is, most of the like if you're getting a job in the police today, it's through some influence from what I hear.
Absolutely.
That's also should not happen.
And if it's coming through influence, that means you're actually joining the police force for the wrong intentions, right? If you're paying 25 lakhs to get a job as a police, and if you need to get a promotion, you have to pay 50 lakhs, right? You're going to try to recover that money
Allegedly,
through corrupt means. So the wrong kind of people are getting into police. And that is what's happening. That's a sorry state. Like, for example, I have somebody who used to be an ex-police commissioner of Mumbai. To become the DGP of the police commissioner of Mumbai, you know how much it costs? 50 crores.
Yeah, but you're going to make that money back. Why do you think I want to get into politics?
Exactly,
Because I
you
make that
agree
money
to
back?
that.
So, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Why is that allowed? And what the fuck is anybody doing about the fact that it continues to happen, right? I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. This is my opinion, and the opinions aired today on the show is individual opinions. This is such a brilliant country. Goa is such a brilliant place. You keep on complaining about this and that and the other, but do something about it. If you know corruption is a problem and needs to be solved from the top down, you need a strong leader that's going to crack the whip. Don't blame the police. Not all cops are bad.
Yes.
Not all politicians are bad. Not all people are bad, but at the end of the day, it's happening. It's been happening. And until somebody sits up and takes note, somebody says, you know what, we need to make a change. All these countries where they've flipped, they've turned, they've thrown out the governments because of the corruption. It's happened because of people getting involved.
Yeah.
People on social media, young people wanted to be part of the change and getting involved.
But that's what it is, Mervyn. That's what an activist is. They're people who campaign to bring out social...
Joanne, try campaigning here and go and you get
bring
beat
about
up.
social and political change. I know. I'm not saying it's right if you're getting beaten up and you're getting threatened with violence.
You've got to have
That's
basic
an
infrastructure that
unfortunate-
works.
That's an unfortunate situation that happens across the world when people are standing up and having their voices heard. It's, but I don't agree with that. And I really admire people who have got the strength to go out and actually campaign and bring these sorts of injustices to people.
How many times have you been threatened? Have you been threatened?
No, never.
You never had anybody come and say, listen, stop doing this. Or...
I never make like that contents, like, to personally target someone.
You look like you go to
My
the gym,
war is
dude.
with the system. If something is wrong, I highlight that. They have to come and solve it. No matter which government it is, I'm going to question them.
So you're not sitting here complaining about any specific party, person?
No,
police.
I'm not interested.
It
They
is-
do good thing, I'll highlight that. But
Absolutely.
recently, I have not found anything much.
It has
about
to
it.
work both ways.
Yes.
You can't always complain about the bad. You've also got to compliment the good. There are a lot of good people. Ladies and gentlemen, I say that all the time. We're not here to moan and complain and stir the pot. We also want to commend when people do good things, bring it to the forefront.
What's your take on that Formula 4 which is coming?
Oh, we were talking about that last week. We
57
were promoting it, and now it's not coming because the roads aren't good enough. It's now being postponed.
Margam,
Come to
There's a
Goa.
controversy happening like about that. They are saying we don't want it, and government is saying we're getting it.
Listen, Sang.
Would you want Formula 4 when you can't even go on a smooth road back home from work? What
That's
are we
not
talking
Formula
about?
4, Baba. That is Formula 44. Huh? You can't even get
In
home without-
2044 as well.
In 2025, we're driving on roads that are a mess, and by the time you get home, you've got a bad back, you've got a milkshake in your bag. It's scary. Omkar, this Formula 4 thing is a great idea, but it needs to be implemented. It needs to be put together. A little bit more thought involved, and it's a great thing. I'm going to throw another span in the work. The reason I wanted to get involved and have you speak and ask you questions, we've spoken about government, we've spoken about politics, we've spoken about police, we've spoken about the bad things that are happening. Let's throw one more thing into the mix. Now, with the media and the press not reporting what we consider sometimes accurate, what about AI? What is the use of AI, good or bad, in anything we do? Can AI, for example, in resolving crimes, in fixing problems, AI can be used for good, right?
It is really good,
Solutions to fix these problems that are happening. How does AI affect? By the way, let's start with your industry, in the art industry. How does AI affect your industry, good or bad?
I'll come to my industry. It's a big subject for my industry. But if government implements AI, a lot of corruption will be gone because it's a technical. He's not ready to understand this thing.
No, but I can use AI. The reason I'm asking you about AI is because in your industry, in the art industry, you can generate art from AI.
Yeah, I'll come to that topic.
But politics-wise, I can generate fake news and fake images, and I can do a lot of stuff which will fool 99% of the people out there with AI, right? How do you make sure that what is being put out there, read, internet, newspapers, is genuine?
It's not, because even AI is generating news nowadays. Fake news it's generating, which is not happened only. That also it is generating. So I don't know, even videos I'm not trusting, everything is fake.
Gotta be skeptical.
But when it comes to my industry, I have observed, like from last these 5 years, before we used to brainstorm like what ideas I want, what I have to do. And now after using AI, it is like, helping me to cut that gap, I'm getting my real work, real art, real ideas. I don't have to depend on Pinterest. It's all original work. So AI is helping me. It's not taking my job. It is helping me to do more work in less time. So,
that's good.
and in same things for my YouTube title. If I had to write a description, I had to call 10 people, see, you have any friend who is doing write-up, story. Then he would give me what title is right, where the question mark has to come. Now you just tell this to a GPT, he gives you 10 title options with you, good description. So it is helping small creator to become big. And so is AI helping like that? Now you don't have to get a music studio and I'll just give a prompt, music is ready.
Baba, that is a tool.
It's
right?
a tool. It's a medium which will help you to grow and become more than what you are. You cannot say like he's going to take your job. No, it's not going.
It is a tool to make people more efficient, to help. It's like a helper. But that is technology is all about. Technology is all about that. Social media and technology are such important and very, very, they're earth-shattering. They're mind-blowing tools that are out there with the change in technology year on year. Every year you have new technology that's coming out. And we started off with the internet. Oh my God, the internet. Then you had something else. And now you're in AI and chat GPT and all these different life cycles and stages of technology, right? It can also be used for good. It can also be used by little people to make them more efficient, more profit, more whatever the case may be, right? But it also creates a problem where it can be used in the negative form
many times
to generate fake news and fake things that could potentially...
Not only that, to alter something, like, if I want any content, any person, like if you become a famous person, I can use your prompt doing something and use it as a thumbnail image. People do that without their person consent and all. But AI is generating that because that person is not exact the replica of that eyes and all doesn't match. So AI is struggling in that case.
Trust me,
soon it will be improved.
It will improve. But you can just see how damaging AI can be if you actually refer to the elderly. Like, for example, my parents, they always come and ask me, is this real? They come across these scam ads where some minister is talking, invest 20,000, 21,000 and you'll get 3 lakhs in the end of three months or something like that. And they fall for it.
Ajay, it's a good question then, no?
Even youth fall for it. Forget about the old people. I feel bad for them, but youth are also falling for this trap.
So, AI, of course, if the intent is pure, it can be used for good. But how, as with history, human history, it will be used for bad. And I think right now, especially when it comes to news, it can be very detrimental. We'll not know what is what. We'll be confused.
Yeah.
And that's why now today, we require sources of information to be
Vetted.
Verified.
and to prove themselves now, so that in the future we know where to go to get our information.
It's a scary thing, and Tony and Veena, they're very good. At least, the good thing about it, they're asking you questions. Your mom and dad are asking you questions, right?
Yeah.
What about the people that don't ask questions, that get swindled, that get robbed, people ask you for your credentials, your banking passwords, and all this kind of stuff by phone, there's so many frauds, right?
Delivery frauds.
You can't tell the good from the bad, the real from the fake nowadays. It's that good, right? So, as the old school rule goes, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably
You know, also AI is using so much water to generate
Yeah.
one single
Yes,
prompt.
I know.
We are just ignoring the natural this.
not just water. You use a lot of electricity, natural resources.
This guy,
But simple water which we need, like, you know, that is so much is wasted. At the same time, electricity you said, thermal, if it
Yeah.
is that, again, so much cost.
so they asked the question to the founder of ChatGPT: how much water does by using ChatGPT, how much water gets consumed?
Per
He
query.
says he says there's scientific proof to prove that ChatGPT per query
Fine.
it uses about a drop of water
Per query.
per query.
No, I think it's more than that.
So it's just per query. But imagine there are billions of queries per
And
day.
let me correct it, filtered water, not the direct raw water. After filtering, like, you know, if it's 100% water, the filtered 40% which is purified, that they are going to use. Rest hard water, they are going to leave it, right? Again,
Baba,
that's a waste.
You've got oceans and oceans of water. It doesn't mean you got to waste it. Water's a precious resource. Electricity, natural resources. That's a whole different show. Yusuf has said to me he's going to start bathing once a week to help out. He said that to me.
But after he gets married,
Hari? We're going to find him a wife, dude. Yusuf Mataji, can we find you a wife?
it's
Huh?
a
Male,
special
woman, male or female?
special show.
Omkar,
Yes.
I want to get into some rapid fire questions that I want to ask you, mate. You've been in Goa all your life. You're passionate about you're a spiritual, religious person, yes? Do you see changes happening in this place that you love so much? Do you genuinely see changes happening in your lifestyle, in your lifetime?
In my, yes, but in Goa, drastic changes happening.
No. In your lifetime, do you think with all the morcha, the demonstrations and all, do you think the change will happen in the next 10, 15, 20 years?
Every action will have a equal reaction for it. So now, right now, people are not aware about me. The more it will go viral, people will know about it. Soon someone will get somewhere offended. I don't know if things like that happen.
Not specifically you, but I'm saying I would love to see things change, right? If you had Pramod Sawant's ear right now, if he was watching or listening to you, what would you say to him?
Fix the road, please. I can't come, man.
Such a small thing, Baba.
No, first fix that and then I'll
Start
come
with the
to
basics.
Oh my God.
then I'll come and discuss more thing. I
Yes.
can't reach to the destination to tell him that. Yeah, I couldn't come here to this podcast to tell how was my journey.
Can I ask you a question? What was the spark that got you interested in kind of raising awareness when things weren't necessarily going right, or you saw illegalities or things that weren't right in your community? What was the spark that got you going?
I got inspired with the activist when they basically denied once. I don't want to name him, but yes, good for good it happened. I just asked for one guy, like, there is one thing, illegal thing is happening and you are already taking up such issues. Can you come and highlight that? He just said, why don't you do the same? It hit me, like, obviously I also can do it. The same risk what is going to happen for me is for you also. So you do it, no?
Why
Absolutely.
not? Why should you have everybody else do your work? Why not get involved?
Why? Tomorrow I'll be there, I won't be there. Right? He was right. And I felt like, he's right. Let's try first once.
How many years ago was that then?
This is just 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
I used to never post all this political content.
Right.
John
But
F.
I'm
Kennedy.
done with it.
John F. Kennedy once said, don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Yes.
You don't look for everybody's. Ajay, what's that?
So this is Omkar's page, Instagram page, where he goes about highlighting all these issues that affect the common man here in Goa. So in fact, we have our
The first issue is very genuine. I think that should happen.
Get that in.
The Goa's this thing is dead, dude.
Which one?
The first reel.
this one. Okay.
Meets social change. Imagine flyover.
I'm gonna play this one.
Yeah,
Play.
play.
Delhi, Bangalore, most of the cities have something cultural on the flyover painted. Our government is not bothered for painting anything. Normal paint also they didn't apply. It's a substandard work. If you don't paint the concrete, it will not last. You have to paint and protect it. At least give it to some art students who are qualified from the state. there are many Goans artists who are having degrees and despite that they are sitting at home. If government takes an initiative and gives something to them, a project, this entire flyover with a Goan theme. See, the state looks very boring with this just grey color. If you travel everywhere, different stories should be there which tells about Goa something. The flyover also, people while traveling, it will feel so good, you know. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section.
बाबा पण पेंटाचो मरे कोणी फारी करता
This should be given to fine arts students, na? That government is having so much money for the unnecessary this thing campaign they do.
Baba, I'm just making a joke
I know,
about
I'm
the
just
fact is who's
telling.
going to pay for the paint. This is such a brilliant idea, and there again, you've used AI to color all these things. That's all AI you've used to figure out what it'll look like.
No, that is actually happened in India.
Arey Baba, the pillars in yellow.
That is real in
purple
India.
And green and all the other colors.
That is in
They're
Gurgaon.
real.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So this can
I
be
think
done,
it's
right?
all in India reference which I've collected, na? They are from different
I
cities.
think
Surat.
it's a great idea. Why not color the world?
It's already there in like different parts of India. If you go Rishikesh, Surat, everywhere it is there. Only Goa.
We've said this 100 times. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Do what's being done elsewhere. Copy it and do it successfully here.
Yeah, what is good we have to incorporate here also in Goa.
And you have to promote your culture, and what better way to do it through street art,
Definitely.
right?
Get a paint company.
But
to
it
sponsor
should be again when we are doing a street art, it has to have a theme based. You cannot suddenly do anything
But
random
it has to
there.
be planned and
Yeah.
controlled and managed. Get a paint company to sponsor this.
Yeah, otherwise
Get a-
distraction can happen. Anyone while riding, anything is there, like you're getting
No. Dasha,
accident
I
can
agree with you
happen.
100%. Why don't you take that up?
I was
I'm
going to
voting
say
for you,
we need
Omkar.
Omkar to take up that post.
Can I
I
make a
can
simple suggestion?
help it to like execute what should come as a culture of Goa, because I personally alone cannot be able to paint those all flyovers.
Listen, I will support you. I will give you this thing you want from here. What I'm saying to you is if you have one person to do one small project, let your local MLA, your local politician see how beautiful the potential of this can be, right? Just do it in one place and you use that as a stepping stone, as an example how beautiful things can happen. So you get involved, you plan this one mural, get a paint company to sponsor it, get a couple of young, you said they're
Yeah.
unemployed.
I
Artists
feel
to
like
come and
the
help you.
basic our Goa's flyover pillars. If you see, pillars didn't get that justice of Goa. Like at least the pillar could have been like the which represents Goa.
Yeah.
Through the pillar and all, that is not there. But with the paint, at least we can try now by adding some touch of paint, like giving windows, a Portuguese windows, some different culture. You will at least feel like oh, I reached Panjim looking at this painting, this particular theme. Everywhere it is grey, all service road looks same.
You know
It's
what?
dead and boring for me.
Next thing you'll have is people running into each other because they're staring at the pillars and the beautiful arts along the road. You'll have people running into each other.
And also you will get photos. People will be clicking pictures from there. Who will take normal picture with this?
Can I
grey?
say something as simple as having a contest during Christmas? They have a crib contest. During some of the Hindu festival, what is that with this thing?
Ganesh, Diwali.
They have contests. No, why not have a contest where you have 10 or 20 or 50 pillars to be painted, and people can vote online for the bread, and then give away a prize. Give 10,000, 50,000.
But for that, I think fine arts only students should
No,
be
not at
involved,
all.
because again I'm saying why I have some points like why I feel like mix art you cannot do something. It is going to be distraction while for the riders drive. Whoever is going to drive, someone is going to create a tunnel. Someone is saying I want to paint fish. Someone is saying I want painting mountain.
Especially
someone wants to do god religious thing.
Should all artists be?
It will look very different, vibrant, and sudden someone is doing realistic, someone is spoiling it. There should be a theme-based artwork.
Yeah.
As an artist, can I tell you what to paint?
No, but
It's very, very art is very. What's the word?
It's subjective, but I understand
Yeah.
the point.
You
that
have
this
to
is
Omkar's
have
the public
making.
interest now.
Understood. You have to have criteria. These are the rules you have to be within. These are the rules.
which
right?
has to represent state, depict the culture of state. Then you're ready to go. Like
Baba,
do
is it
whatever
so
you
hard to
want.
do? You're making it so complicated here. If you have simple rules to play, but you can only do these forms of art.
Yeah.
So, but it has to be managed. It has to be overseen. It has to be controlled. It has to be planned.
Yeah.
properly.
One person has to
Implementation.
plan it.
Yeah, but
Correct.
no.
Yeah.
Get a company to sponsor it. Have 5 pillars. They have contests. 10
But some
pillars.
contestant किती आता one person is very good, one person is bad.
Then don't join the contest.
Then
no?
it is going to look. अरे हे बरं झालं ते बरं जाऊन ना.
Ma, कित्याक जावना?
That will not look good for
Who
the
said it won't
state.
look good, Baba? You want to compete, right? Money makes everybody work hard. If you give away a lakh for the next 10 pillars, 1 lakh for the best, and it has to be voted, huh? It's not corrupt. It's not my uncle painted that, my nephew painted that. Vote for Tosha Munna. Have a contest. It is properly planned and organized for all the pillars for the new Atul Setu, whatever, the flyover, whatever it is, no? But it can be done. You've shown examples of that, right? You give people the idea, get it done, dude.
Yes.
Merv, I got a couple of opinions on this.
Tell me, you got a couple of opinions or
Yeah.
opinions?
Opinions, all right?
Okay.
My gosh, grammar class on the Merv
My
Britto
father
Show.
was an English teacher.
Whatever, man.
Thelma Britto was an English teacher. Sorry, Ajay, go on.
So, couple of things. One, firstly, please include pin-up girl art as graffiti because
Love it.
I want to be distracted when
Love
I'm
it.
driving, when I'm stuck on Porverim roads, mate. That's one. Number two, has anybody ever wondered when they build these new bridges, flyovers, whatever, why are they never painted? I'm sure this is part of the tender, right?
Yeah.
Painting something
painting.
new. Why is it never painted? Hardly ever painted any new bridge. Not painted.
Forget
Why?
about paint, mate. Maintain the goddamn thing. Just on one of the pictures just showed
How can you
trees growing
maintain
up.
paint when it's never been applied?
Listen, let me
Yeah.
finish what I'm saying to you.
You're getting trees, fungus, everything.
There you go. That's what I was just going to say. Forget about the goddamn paint. Look at the trees growing out of the side of the bridge. You think that's a good thing? I just saw trees growing. That has to be maintained, right? It's not going to last forever if you don't take care of it. Ajoy, you've got great ideas and suggestions, but it needs to be planned and implemented, right? I agree with you. They should be painted. They should be maintained. Everybody wants new, shiny, but I don't want to take care of it. I'm going to have pond stains on the goddamn walls in a couple of months.
New bridges are built, or new this or that is built. No paint. Roads are laid. No dividing paint marks on it. What the
Forget
hell?
about the goddamn dividing paint. We'll fix the road first, dude.
Yo, but that's a point.
But it's basics. It's starting at the right
Don't
place.
tell me it's
isn't it?
not
The
part of
foundation.
and don't tell me it's not part of the pricing for creating something like that. I'm sure it's part of it, and that money is not being used.
I got to play one on this topic. There's a reel recently I put for the Atal Setu. Down one only, which is the pipe is falling from the.
Sure.
One second.
This
There's
one.
the Atal Setu. Yeah, yeah. See that part is coming. It's still there, like that. Today also it is there. You can go and see.
सध्या जे बिल्ड केला फ्लायओव्हर पण डबल इंजिनाच्या टायमार त्याका पेंट सोडून दी त्याका शेळो पडला शेळो मेंटेन हेका फक्त करपाक जाय आसलेले
बरोबर आहे मरे.
कितेतरी देवला पळय त्या साइडीक एक रबर हे असता पोर्शन तो रबर
This is the only flyover which was painted that time.
हो रबर पोर्शन याच्या मध्ये असता आणि आता हांगा गॅप रेडी झाला पळय
So there's a gap, the seam
व्हीलर
joints.
भितर शिरकोंक शकता पण टू व्हीलर वयल्यान वतात ना म्हणटले ते पळय हांगा माती शिरकाला
So there's a gap. There's basically an expansion joint there.
सो हे येऊन एकदा फिक्स करा फक्त
and-
बारीक मेंटेनन्सची गरज असा तितके तरी करू शकता ना आम्ही काय बरे बांधून दिला पळय पेंट मारून अजून चकचकीत हा ते ब्रिज
So basically, the rubber joint has come down,
Yeah, it is.
and there's nobody looking into this. Oh my gosh, this is
But
scary.
this is CGI, dude.
Yeah.
This is not
No,
actual
no, but
bullshit.
this is actual.
This is not Goa, dude.
Not Goa, but I put that thing. Na.
अरे ते दुसऱ्या गावांचो मरे.
Arey
No,
Baba.
but I put that thing na for that.
What?
No, this image is taken from.
Yeah, it's an AI image.
Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is we can sit here and complain about 1,000 things today. That's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to complain and point fingers and all this kind of stuff. We're trying to turn something negative into a positive. If something is not being fixed or not being done correctly, how do we make the change? The whole idea with chatting to Omkar is basically to figure out, what you're doing is you're making
But it's not
people aware.
fixed yet.
अरे bridge ukte जाऊन आ रहे अजून.
No, this is.
The bridge is open.
Yeah, Atal Setu it is.
Is it open?
For 10 years, almost.
That is the new
5 years.
section that they're building.
Arey Baba, Mandovi new bridge.
Atal Setu. So I complained. Okay, I'm just saying like this is fallen. Just fix it. It's still like that. No one is bothered. They know already how to do it.
Let's go. Let's
They don't want to do it.
Bullshit. They have to do. They don't want to do it. They have to do it. It's part of the.
They should be fixed by now.
See, they
Yeah,
want
but I mean,
everybody
they have
to
video
train to
card.
become Tarzan. Go hold and
Bloody hell! Who the hell was that? Was that Tarzan?
You want me to go louder?
Was it
I
supposed to
can.
be?
Yeah.
Speaking of Lauda, at the end of the day, Yusuf, do some artwork there with the bridge, Baba. We'll incorporate that into one of our shows and we'll make something nice with that. But that's an expansion joint that should be fixed for safety reasons. That's not a
Yes.
joke.
Yes,
Yusuf,
they have to.
क्या कर रहे हैं? No, sang bare. You give me some knowledgeable information.
But by the way,
do you say?
our Isaf, he's also an artist, but he comes at a price.
it comes at a price called lazy, dude. Listen, I'm kidding. He's a good guy. He's done good stuff. He does a lot of our social media. Editing stuff like that. Omkar,
Creative.
we've been.
How creative our videos and reels.
He does. He does a good job. I'm a big fan. Omkar, I want to get back to this. So these things are happening. Forget about it. I don't want to complain. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want to talk about people that are listening that want to be activists and they want to get involved. And I want to encourage people to get involved for the good, for the future, for their lifespan, right? We're going to be dead and gone. It's up to you guys, the next generation, to take this torch and run with it, right? How do people get into doing what you're doing? If somebody wants, everybody's got a phone, right? How do you get into being a social activist or a podcaster or a live streamer or an influencer? Take a class in video, take a class in recording, go and record something out there, go and get involved, right? What is your advice?
It takes a lot of this thing, courage. You have to come out of that comfort zone, where you're sitting, you're thinking that, everything is fine, so much is happening. But if you ask some people, they are like, I'm not interested in politics. Don't tell me, man.
It has nothing to do with politics, Baba.
No, I understood. When such people are in surrounding, what can you expect to? They will keep doing corruptions. Now the citizens are only not bothered about what is happening. Then with that mentality, how can a society function?
Basically,
they are saying like, "Maka padle na."
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that.
You figure out, no, bro.
What does Maka Padle means?
I'm not bothered, man. You figure out that.
Maka kite potta.
And you think tomorrow I'll raise voice, it will not happen. What happened to Rama?
So you deserve
You do it,
everything
no,
that you
yeah.
get. You deserve everything.
And they say what happened? He deserved it. They are saying he deserved it. Why? That is so sad thing. What he did meant to deserve it.
No, that's terrible.
That is unacceptable.
I mean, like what whistleblowers still now got beatings. He doesn't know that people are also there to question. Till today, all whistleblowers have a history that they were silenced. No matter here, UK, anywhere you go, most of the whistleblowers are silenced.
In any well-run government, you are innocent until proven guilty, right? Here, it's a sad state of affairs that if you make a complaint or you're a whistleblower or you're an activist, it's a bad thing. The police come after you rather than fixing the problem.
Exactly.
But the police are controlled by an overwhelming force. I'm not going to get into this with the politics and stuff like that, but it's sad. There were so many issues to try to resolve, Omkar, right? People don't care. If the young people nowadays are saying, screw it, he got what he deserved, or how does it affect me? Things will never change.
Not young, even old people. Everyone, the society, most of the people are not bothered. Very hardly few people want to do the work, and no one is ready to support them. They are saying you are going against our government. He's not going against the government. He's trying to make you aware that it is wrong, and government should not keep going the way they want. Someone has to be there to apply the brakes also for them. Otherwise, crash will happen everywhere.
Merv, essentially, and we've talked about this in the past as well. The change can only come from the people. But the people are not united on these core issues.
Then you suffer the consequences. You deserve everything you get.
I'll never forget also.
Stop whining about
Another
shit.
one of my stories. I remember last
we only have 45 minutes left.
I know, Ray, but it's important, Ray. So our previous election, was going around as a campaign trying to encourage people to vote correctly. I remember coming across this well-educated Goan, and he's asking me, what benefit will I get by voting this way or that way? Do you even think that? Yeah. Will I get my building permission done? Illegal building? This is the kind of mentality you have. How will you have the change? But you work on the people. Basically slap them across the face and tell them, please wake up before it's too late.
No violence, please.
That is the happening. That is there, you get threatened calls and all these particular video you put. Please remove it. This.
Can I tell you, politics is a science. If I can give you a formula of how to win an election, I will tell you the numbers, what you need to spend to be able to win an election. Once you're in power, you'll make 2, 3, 4, 5x what you spent, and it shouldn't be that way. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Merv Britto Show. We do the show live every Sunday from a place that we're very passionate about and love. We're talking to the one and only Mr. Omkar today, and he's giving us insights about what's going on and how we're asking him questions about how we want to change this. Omkar, I've already asked you about hope. You didn't sound very hopeful. You've already mentioned to me that people don't want to get involved because it doesn't bother them. You do it, kind of thing, pointing fingers at everybody else. I've asked you about how young people can emulate, how they can do something to get involved, as simple as taking a telephone and recording illegalities or things that are going wrong and reporting them, right? Get involved. Stop complaining. Stop whining. Be the change you want to see, right? If you had, I've already asked you this, if you had promoted someone's ear, you want to fix the freaking potholes. That ain't gonna.
Youths are ready to come out, but who will take this thing, like assurance that त्यांचे attacks जावचे ना? And now who are ready to face those consequences are raising the voice. They know, like some people are already aware. Like maka khabar asa, if I'm putting all these videos, do you think that CM will come and give some award for us like this to exposing him all this what we are doing?
Then
He will always. I mean, someone will be getting offended. If not him, his followers, they might get offended. Like, why you said like this against him, my CM? Why you said like that? Anyone can get provoked and hit. All the activists are aware. Despite that, they are coming and raising voice.
it shouldn't be.
So
the
when
case.
you cannot raise voice, or you are saying like I'm not interested in politics, who are interested in raising voice, just support them.
Yes.
Share those to your story.
How do you do that?
People are so coward that they don't want to put it for the story also. Like, through my followers, people will say why I'm putting this, guys, why I'm supporting him.
Have you got
He's
any?
talking against BJP or certain parties, anything, then why should I put? But he's talking right. He's talking about the potholes. He's talking about the sewage, which is actually happening in the state. But you don't want to accept the fact. You are thinking that by putting this story, people will judge that I belong to this party or that party.
That's right.
So I wanted to ask, are there people that you admire outside of your locality,
I was gonna say,
outside
who's
of
doing a good
India, that you could point to and basically say these people are doing things the right way and are raising awareness and making changes that you can point to as an example to others?
Outside
Say-
India?
Yeah, so that you can basically say, okay, forget
in
it.
India,
If you
not
think
only
I've
outside
got
India.
affiliations here, these are the people that are doing things well. Why don't we start
It's
taking a leaf from their book?
Brutal fact, actually, that Dhruv Rate, one person is there. He's
Where?
a very famous guy.
Quite, yeah.
He is from Germany. He's raising voice. Okay.
Oh, Indian.
Now,
Yeah.
he's an Indian.
Dhruv Rate.
Staying in German. Now the guy who's saying like, माझ्याकडे time na, waspak hai na, he should understand now, person from Germany is getting all the required footages to make video and raise voice for the India and against system. But our own citizens who are staying here, they cannot record a small sewage illegalities, normal potholes,
Baba.
and ask the government about it.
They can't, and it's happening. It continues to happen. Well, I want to ask you what Joanne said. I was going to ask you the same question. Give me a role model. Who's somebody doing it right?
For me as a role model,
Who is a role model where people can say, "Look, you know what, this guy's doing a good job. They should be doing more." Or as a politician, as a police, and anybody who is doing a good job, who would you say point to somebody and say, "You know what, we need to emulate this"? Who? Anybody.
in India in political career, I still don't see
Anywhere
anyone.
in the world, forget about Indian politics. Anywhere in the world, is somebody specifically out there where people can look up. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Emulate something that's already being done. Is somebody out there, whether it's in Goa, in India, around the world, somebody's doing a good job that you think more people could be like to see the change? Any hope?
But in India only, I have many examples in Avado.
Like
I think there are many activists, social workers.
Give me a
whom
name.
I am getting
Oh, God.
influenced with. I don't want to take far somewhere.
So give me a name.
So in Goa only,
Okay.
there are Shankar Polji, whom we see and we get inspired every day. Like, he's coming out despite that he's raising voice.
Yeah.
There are again Fidel Pereira. Recently she is doing activist. Even there are girls activists who are coming and raising voice. So looking at these only people, we are getting so much inspiration. I don't have to seek somewhere else.
So that's the point.
Yeah.
That's a question I asked you. It doesn't have to be anywhere around. Can be Goa. Can be
Around
India.
me only, there is so much inspiration.
So these are the people that are getting involved, right? You want to get more young people involved, right? These are the people to look up to. They've got social media platforms.
Yes, they have.
You can look
and
up
there
all
are
these,
many
right?
many Goans also, youth, having social platform, and they are raising voice. From South, there is one guy, Sahil, I think, who says "Uttai re Goikarano." He puts that video. Yes.
Yes.
Now see, he is also putting both. He's writing complaint in the panchayat also, and he's creating creating social content. We want more youths like that.
And Neil, who's the guy I was asking you about who's putting the content out there and he's dangerous, like he's hardcore, he's got a really good platform and he talks about all these illegalities and you looked it up last time.
Gaurav Bakshi, yes.
Dude, who is this dude?
I admire his
Who
content
is Gaurav
also.
Bakshi? Where is he? Is he in Goa?
He's from he's in Goa, but he's from North India, I guess, somewhere. But the dedication and the love he has for Goa and the videos what he does.
I'm
He also
a big
got a
fan.
defamation case recently from CM, I think, 50,000.
50,000.
Yeah, that's a very famous case wherein he was going to, I think the some panchayat building, or he's going to some government building to get some building what do you call, approvals done, and the politician was blocking his way or something to that effect.
Yeah, Neil.
And it became
I take my hat off to that guy. That guy's got balls because he's putting stuff out there and you can see his face.
He's coming up with
There he
facts,
is right there.
everything,
That's the
yes.
dude, no?
Yeah.
Yes, dude, his videos are crazy.
And the thing about it is I think it's great because he is talking about something that I am passionate about. I love, it was just Goa and the things good, bad, and ugly that are happening. I didn't realize he was in Goa. He's
Yeah,
in North
man.
India.
He's in Goa, and you should, I think, approach him once for the show. Like, you know,
I'd love to.
I'll get in touch.
Yeah.
Get in touch with him. Let him know. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Merv Britto Show. We're going to wind it down. We've got Omkar. Is there any advice you want to give somebody out there that wants to do what you're doing?
I mean, come out of your comfort zone. Do what you are loving. Follow your passion. Like, you know, many people are not following their passion and they are doing what has been forced by the community and their
Pays the
family.
bills.
Yeah, come leave it. Like, if you want to do it, do it. But part time, you follow your passions also. Give some time, like, you know, 1-2 hour to follow your journey separately. And with that, soon it will take time, 5-6 years, maybe 10 years. But one day it is going to bloom. Now see my art, it is like, you know, I'm not famous that much, but I'm surviving with that revenue. I can fulfill my family. I can go here and there, make couple of trips.
Married? Kids?
No, man, I'm just 29.
Listen, he's a good-looking cat. This guy's out there, and he's talented, and he's got a face made for media. Now, the fact is, you mentioned your family. You can take care of your family doing what you're doing. Your art, and the reason I asked you if you would like to give somebody advice is if you hadn't asked your boss in the bookstore to let you paint, you would have never been where you are today. So you've got to get out of your comfort zone. Do something you're not. If you love something and you're passionate about something, do something you're not used to doing and break that cycle. Don't just do what you're being told and led like a sheep to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. It's been an absolute pleasure. I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to come and join us after much consideration. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow this gentleman, what's your Instagram handle, by the way?
My Instagram is Omkar Gaddanakeri, you can put. Otherwise, there's a art page,
Escribir gal rahe hain.
Omkar Goa. That's my art page. I also have a YouTube where I cover big videos, breaking blog.
If people want to get in touch with you, send him a message. He's very approachable. He's a nice guy. He's humble. And the thing that I like the most is, unlike most people, he gets off the couch. He is out there willing to do something. Omkar, one more suggestion. I would love to see y'all have a page where anybody in Goa that wants to get involved can know exactly what's happening. I've never heard of it. The other day, by the way, I'm gonna give Dr. Samant a shout out. The other day, we've spoken about this before on another show, right? He's got a couple of applications that you can download, government apps that you can download on your phone.
Government
Doctor, he's got, what is it
Don't
called?
talk about these apps. Before you
They don't
wind
work,
up,
dude.
they don't work.
I know,
So
but
much
that's what I
money
want
is
to know.
put. I have so many apps here for complaint. I first put complaint here.
There's that on Sanchar Sati. The other day I got a scam call, not a scam call. One of my staff in the office got a message
Oh, yes.
on WhatsApp that's saying, this is my picture, my name, saying this is my new number. And the girl in my office said, okay, sir, what can I do for you? So
To transfer money.
I logged into this Sanchar Sati portal, which I've downloaded. And it's such a shit portal. It's got lines. It doesn't work.
Lags and all, you know, you put some that detail. After that, refresh page. Again, same page is asking you to fill all the details.
And it's a joke.
5 times same thing. I'm
It's
like,
a
what
joke. So I went to report this fraud because I thought it was a great idea, and I'm not just want to talk about it. I'll test it. I'll load test it. So I want to try it out. It doesn't even work. And the most frustrating thing is that there's no way you can complain. You can go and call somebody or have a live body to say, listen, this app is out there, but it doesn't work. All this big drama and natak. But if these things don't work, that's why I'm asking you, do you have a place or do you have a website or a link or channel or social media platform where people that do want to get involved, where it actually will work, where you can let people know, listen, we're planning a march 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, next week, where people that want to get involved, they know where to come.
Maybe with this podcast, someone should try and create something like that platform, because as of now, we have a loose network where we get a message like this thing is happening.
Those are two, but that's not good. That's not good for planning. That's not good for organization.
When we want more people to come, then we need something. Maybe with this podcast, we might figure out few days. ना म्हणता हे podcast कोणीतरी आता initiative घेऊ शकता पोया कोण घेता जाल्यार.
It has to be done. If you want to make something work, it has to be properly thought out, planned, and managed. So something like as simple as a web page, not a web page, a social media platform.
But media is already doing it. But
you
not
realize
that.
you trust media?
No, I don't. But जे त्यांका जाय ते दाखयता सगळ्यांक जाय ते दाखयना न्हू.
To me, you're a good person. If I know that Omkar is doing something, I can trust him, I would go and check out your site. I'd go and check out your app or your platform, and then you can get more people involved.
I'll try doing this. I'll ask people, like, if any event is happening in your this thing, you can send it to me. I'll put it as a story. Yes.
Correct.
Of course. I've given you 2 ideas. Huh? 20 rupees Zamaka. I've given you one idea about painting these bloody columns, sponsor it, organize and plan it, maintain our bridges, Baba. And this app, I think it'll be a great idea. You're a good guy, and I love the fact that you're coming off the couch. You're willing to speak about these topics, and I appreciate you, Baba.
Much respect to Omkar for
Thank you, bro.
for walking the talk, right? That many goals who don't do that. So much respect to you.
A lot of people talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, and it's sad. And that's why I love this guy. And I think he's doing a great job. He's a young fellow. You still tell people in public that you're a friend of Lawrence's, right? Lawrence, azuni mutta tumi?
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, son, cut. He's a good friend of mine. He's a very good friend of mine. Baba, I love Lawrence.
I mean, like, I can take openly the name of any minister right here on this podcast. How can you take Lawrence's name? I'm thinking.
I'm so Lawrence re. Lawrence Gawali re. He's a good cat.
I know, man. He's a funny guy. Ragar jauna ka tu besto.
He's been working out. Now he sends pictures of his muscles and all.
I get jealous, man, when I see him.
He's a handsome kid. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, before we leave, I'm going to say thank you to Shantaram Shetgaonkar, to Yogesh Naik, and to Bhim Singh Rathod. Just like the other cats in the studio and the young people in the studio that help us put this together. These guys got these screens and this frame and all the welding and the work and all this. Shantaram, I appreciate everything you do, brother. I really, really want to say thank you. I forgot to mention your name earlier.
Good job.
You've been watching the Merv Britto Show. We do the show every Sunday live at 6 p.m. We love you to get involved. Mr. Wilbert Cardozo, you're making signs to me. What? Your arm's got a twitch. Tell me.
I was just telling you to send, tell people about the number and all.
Yeah. Social media. Put it out there. If you want to get in touch with us, leave us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. We'd love to hear from you. You can get in touch with us with all of these social media platforms on the screen right now. We would love to hear from you. Give us a call sometime. Get on the show. I'd love to have, I'm going to start doing it. I'm just going to start cold calling people that have sent us messages and just have a chat live on the air. I want to see somebody's face. We've got that ability, right, Ajwal? We can do that now, no?
Definitely, yeah. We have the ability and more.
If you've got the cojones, if you've got the balls and you'd love to come on the show live on the air, we'll video call you. Send us a message. We'll send you a link and you can come on the air. Joanne, is there anything else you want to wish anybody for a birthday or any upcoming event? I wanted to talk about the Gaza. This is big news.
Of course, it's
protest took place, na? Recently.
Baba zale mare ata kide protest korta?
Nah, of the same Gaza only.
The war is going to be stopped. They're going to release the hostages and get Hamas out of this goddamn place. No,
3 days back, Goa in Panjim, protest took place.
Yeah.
Azad Maidan.
Yes.
No.
Here it
in
is.
front of the Panjim church.
Here it is.
I also have on my channel full detail.
It's but you know what? It's good. What are these guys doing?
This is a protest that they.
One second.
Yeah.
You can play on Breaking Blog. There's a trailer for 1 minute.
Breaking blog on YouTube, is it?
I don't want to listen. I'm not, because I don't agree with this. I'm telling you right now, I do not agree.
This happened in Goa.
I do not agree with these platforms. At the end of the day, I'm all for peace, and it's the people that suffer, the people that are getting all the remnants and having their homes and stuff destroyed. The poor people from Palestine, the Palestinians that are getting. I am not trying to be political. I'm not for the Israelis, I'm not for the Palestinians. It is the poor, innocent people that have to suffer the consequences of all these damn wars. And that's the only reason I mentioned, not to protest or anything
No. This protest was not a protest. It was peaceful thing, like,
I can
to
see
show-
people wearing the Palestinian garb. What's that called?
Kafir.
The kafir. I don't agree with this stuff, dude. This is not Antifa. This is not anything. We want to make awareness, and we're about the fact that we're happy that the war is coming to an end.
But no.
These people have suffered enough, Ajoy. Yeah.
But listen,
Sang.
it may come to an end. Right now, there's just a what do you call? There's a peace deal.
Ceasefire.
It's a ceasefire. But the root cause of the issue has to be solved.
There you go.
Yeah.
And for that, justice has to prevail on both sides, and majorly for the Palestinians who have lost a lot.
We're not going to solve the problem. We can talk about it. Well, we're not going to solve that problem. And the other thing I was going to say when we were asking Omkar questions about the fact that how do you come with a permanent and proper solution? Yes, I can only think of one word, and I mentioned it last week. It's a different E. I mentioned ethics last time. This week I'm going to talk about education. The only way, and I've thought about this long and hard, you can ask a million people how to make a change right here in our own backyard. The only way you can make a lasting, permanent, and proper change, Omkar, is through education. Educate a whole generation of Goans why these things are right and why these things are wrong, what you should and shouldn't do. Teach people morals and values. In school, from the time they're innocent when they're in school. Proper education from the time you're young, how to speak properly, how to respect people, how to put garbage in its place, how to not fall for corruption, how to not be a good person. Overall, I don't care what religion, what race, creed, caste. Innocent children are innocent, and they can be taught, and just like trees and vines, they can be groomed and raised. You have to create a whole new generation, because we've screwed this up, mate. There's no other way, Joanne, and I don't know if you agree with me, there's no other way you're going to fix this problem properly and permanently without just harvesting a brand new bunch of children, a whole generation of people that can actually make a change in this place we're so passionate and we love.
But it's at the grassroots you've got to start, Mervyn, because everything's being decimated.
That's what I just said. Start in school, education.
But they have to rebuild the schools now.
The primary education and what you're asking, you explained everything. They don't want to fix this. If they fix this, they're going to lose. They're going to lose.
They gone.
They means whichever political party is. पळय जाय जाल्यार न्हू एज्युकेशनाचेर फोकस करूंक जाता आमचे प्रायमरी फोकस जाता पूण हेजेर फोकस करीत न्हू जाल्यार कितें जातले लोक एज्युकेट जातले आनी दे गोन क्वेश्चन द गव्हर्मेंट दे डोंट वॉन्ट यू टू आस्क देम क्वेश्चन क्वाइटली गो काम यू डोंट आस्क अस वॉट वी हॅव टू डू और टेल अस वॉट टू डू आमकां खबर आहा कितें करपाक जाय ते डोंट बी सो मच एज्युकेटेड दॅट्स वाय दे आर नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन एज्युकेशन दे फोकसिंग ऑन अदर
But you want to keep people down. You want to keep the way it is. No, obviously, I'm not saying you, Baba. I'm saying the system.
They want to keep because
the system wants to keep people down. Then, huh?
If they are down, they'll get आदले सगळे हितून मागीर वयता हेंच्यांनी हिंदू मुस्लिम क्रिश्चन झगडी हे ते. If educated guy will not go and do all those
Absolutely.
things. But they don't want you to get educated.
I'm not going to toot a horn of any political party.
Otherwise, primary education will be first class.
Yeah.
It's not there. It's shit.
My question to you is, isn't it shameful, and also it's so surprising that after 70 plus years we are still having the pathshalas we have over here.
Can you believe it, dude?
Can you believe that?
It's still happening.
And that's why I actually appreciate those parties. I won't name any parties because the show is not about politics. Any politics.
BJP.
No matter which party, all the parties same.
You name all the freaking parties, they're all the same.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, nobody's doing diddly to fix the problem.
There are a few. I saw a few doing something, and I'm not going to toot their horn. But at the same time, we need to support those kind of people.
Why is it the same as 70 years later?
Because that kind of politics is just entering into the fray now, and these kind of conversations are just happening now. So, but I see a lot of older generation Indians trying to bring that down, bring that kind of direction down, which is shameful, and shame on you if you are doing that. Really.
What direction are you
In the sense,
referring to?
when they're talking about revolutionizing education,
Right.
That kind of that politics is poo-pooed every time. It's what is education? Why should we educate people? That kind of that's going to make a change.
That's a theory, Ajoy. That is a thought, and it makes a lot of sense. And I'm not disagreeing with you, but what Omkar is saying is also is similar. That they've kept the system like this, not because they can't change it, because
They don't want to change it.
Exactly.
They know that this, if people will get educated, it is a very tough thing now. You are asking for basic road. Tomorrow, if you are educated, you'll ask for more things like countries now, all these things, Palestine, Gaza. Those interests you'll come up with. You'll not focus on road and all the other things.
Right.
If you're uneducated, you'll ask only for road.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've gone too far down the road with social media and people being able to find solutions and see, the good stuff that's happening.
No,
in
keep
other
them
places.
for 4-5 years like this. That with the pathetic road.
Yeah.
During election, when you give it, now they feel like wow,
Exactly. Yeah.
vote for this guy. Like
That's how pathetic we are as a society, that we'll actually feel obligated to somebody who puts 1 centimeter a solid road 1 month before the
Walter, but hot mix it.
the day one when I started video, I went like, this has to happen, this change has to happen. I was like recording everything. But the more things I got understood, my inside thing, I was like, these people are knowing everything. They don't want to do it. I am simply taking my camera and like.
No, but you got to keep doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm not going to stop it.
Don't you ever stop.
But I'm not going to give a complaint now in the panchayat, because that is not working out. I'm going panchayat, giving letters. 3 months later, they are calling me for all these things. Just the paperwork is happening, but in reality, that problem is not solved. That sewage is still going.
I'm saying that we need to rebrand to the Merv Britto Road Show, because that's all we ever seem to come back to.
We're coming up with a road show, aren't we?
We're going to do a road show very soon without the potholes. Mr. Wilbert.
Yeah, I would like to say that education system is a joke right now, because what I was taught back when I was in school is still being taught today, which is irrelevant. Like, many things are changing nowadays. And there's a famous quote by John D. Rockefeller. He stated that, I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. That is where all the schools come in. Like, think about the people like in US and all. I think like people, they tend now go for homeschooling instead of regular school. Why do you think they do so?
Because the education at home would be much, much better. If you really love your kids, you'd educate them at home.
Yeah.
You know they're getting the proper education. You send them to a goddamn public school and it's crap. सारखे मरे.
Yeah, but this
गव्हर्नमेंट
Rockefeller,
एज्युकेशन हा पळय ते प्रायव्हेटाकून बरे जायत न्हू जाल्यार प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व जालो ते पूण ते जावचेच ना हांगा प्रायव्हेट एज्युकेशन बरें मेळटा इंडियान
But it's the poor people that are suffering, right? Because they can't
गव्हर्नमेंट
afford it.
एज्युकेशन इतको बरो असपाक जाय
and they're kept poor because they need their vote bank, right?
yeah, but this Rockefeller, he was the world's original billionaire.
John
Exactly.
D. Rockefeller.
But he
man.
was talking about his interest there, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
A
And that's-
little bit controversial.
But that's
really.
exactly kind of the mantra that most of these people in power use.
Yeah.
To keep, non-thinkers only as workers is what they say.
Yeah, but you
Ajoy.
need more philanthropy also.
Can I also say one more thing? You can complain and cry victim all you want to. Nowadays, don't sit and be a bitch and complain about it. You've got social media and anything you want to learn, to research, to do, to build, to make, you can find it online. Stop your whining. I know some of the poorest people that have worked hard and done so well for themselves, and those are the people you give kudos to, yes?
Yeah.
It is the people that have everything handed to them that are the laziest frickin' people out there that will continue to complain. There is no reason to complain. Education is one part of it, but now with the age, it's such a prolific, such a powerful tool that anybody can use, Omkar, to do whatever you want. So the days of complaining is over. Yes, you want to be... I would love to see this country be great. I would love this country to be used as an example, like everybody uses America and the UK and Australia, all these first world countries. Why, after all this time, are we still spinning our freaking wheels on the same topics in the same shithole that we in India as a third world country have always been?
Merv.
You've got the resources, you've got the talent, you've got the money, you just need a leader. Yes, sorry, sir.
Merv, we are coming close to 2 hours.
Okay, we're done, dude. I'm
But
sorry.
you know what? We got a feedback that's come on one of our social
What's
media.
going on with my goddamn screen, man?
basically, we have got a comment from Reality Check 777. He says, "This people who protested in Panjim never came in support for Kashmir issue when Hindus were getting killed by radicals.
Exactly.
Why they protested in front of church?"
I question this in my this thing. Where was the youth when Goa was needed them the most? They had no answer.
It's not religious for flip's sake. Ramakant Konkar was Hindu. I came out there. No.
No, not like that.
Then?
This exact youth, if they are concerned about that same thing, I'm saying, if that same thing, if it is about humanity, if it is about illegality, the same audience should be present for the other events which are happening across
Be
Goa.
consistent.
But y'all are
Why
not
only
organized
for?
because you're not organized. You're not planning and organizing properly. Have a place where anybody that wants to come, I guarantee you will double the numbers. If you have a place, like I'm telling you, have an application, yeah? And anybody holding an event, whether it's a morcha, a demonstration, a good thing, whatever, you want people to come out in numbers, have an app. They've got apps for everything, Omkar. Have an app that on this certain date, you know exactly what's going on. If you want to be involved, go to the app.
But somebody will have to do it now. I mean,
Oh my flipping
You
God.
can start with WhatsApp
I'm not having the loose context. What events are happening in Goa today? Where what is going to happen?
We keep complaining then.
Merv can consult with you and you can set that up.
I'll build an app.
I'm going to respond to this
Fine,
Reality 777 and say that, mate, keep religion and politics out of issues that affect all of us, right? So
It has nothing to do
it's
with
got
religion.
Nothing to do with that. Please stop this kind of mentality.
But these are the shallow-minded, the
Yeah.
small-minded people that would
Yeah.
try and divide and conquer. What was the statement exactly? What did he say?
said,
dude?
he was talking about why are people not coming up and protesting when Hindus are what do you call assaulted? Or
No,
something.
specifically not for that. Anywhere, any illegalities, you have to come and show the this
Yeah.
thing.
It is not about Hindu,
God,
Muslim.
it's not
about
religious. It's not
Christian.
religion-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is he's specifically asking where the Hindus means ज्यांना हिंदूचे attack झालेले. I'm saying not only that,
Yes.
any person, even if it is if on the dog cannot speak, if you're hitting, it's wrong.
Exactly.
I will raise voice for that also.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be Hindu, Muslim.
Yes.
I'm raising voice for everyone like
Absolutely.
We've got a couple of comments. I'm not going to get into them right now. You want to read something quickly?
That's
We're not
it.
going to do it, dude. We don't have enough time. It's been
Yeah.
2 hours.
Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. If you like what we're doing, please leave us a like. Tell people about it. Share it. Subscribe to our channels. We've got multiple social media handles that will be put on the screen magically right now. You can get in touch with us. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to be doing this show live again next week, Sunday evening, 6 p.m. Until that time, we'd appreciate a little bit of feedback, a little bit of love. We talk about everything. We might not have a host every week, but when
Guest.
I mean, a guest. We have a host every week. Thanks, Joanne. We might not have a guest every week, but when I come across people, or if you have somebody to suggest that you think would be a good guest on our show, like when I met Omkar, I thought he'd be a good role model for young people, not artists, not activists, not social media people, but all around. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be a great guest, and we want to speak to these kind of people. If you know somebody like this, let us know.
He's proven to be a fabulous guy.
Yes.
He's a good guy. Omkar, thank you, Baba.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Yes? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Merv Britto Show, and I thank you so much for joining us. Until next week, take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Have a great week.